The Jupiter Boxing Club is all about training men, women, and children for a couple of different things. One, for protection, to defend themselves in the event that they need to defend themselves. Hopefully that's not ever the case, but you never know. Secondly, we're about conditioning. Conditioning the mind and conditioning the body. They basically work hand in hand. We start, of course, with conditioning the body, and the mind just naturally follows it. It's a great combination, and people here are just absolutely falling in love with it.
You guys have been here in Jupiter for how long?
We've been here for, going on, April will be 4 years. We're going on our 4th year. So.
What are the wide range of different services that you guys have here at the Boxing Club? Because it could be just like a regular workout for some folks, and then they can combine, of course, the different martial arts and the boxing. So what are some of the services that you have here?
Well, of course, boxing. Boxing is one of our primary sports. We offer boxing, kickboxing, mixed martial arts, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Just recently, we've also added Taekwondo and Krav Maga. A lot of people are not familiar with Krav Maga. That's a Israeli self-defense class. It's really a phenomenal class that's taught by Greg Banks and Sonia Mendez. They do a phenomenal job with that. Our Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is instructed by Black Belt Master Tim Bruce and also Black Belt Master Rodrigo Mendez.
You know, I think some people are going to say, oh, I can never box or I can never do martial arts. Just how much fun is it for some people that maybe they're stepping out of their comfort zone and diving them into that kind of world?
The hard part is getting them out of the comfort zone. Once they step foot in the gym, it just seems like 99 out of 100 times they're sold on it. They see the fun that people are having while learning how to defend themselves. They see the fun that people are having while conditioning their bodies. It's really common where people will come in for one of the combat sports that we offer, and they see what's going on the other side of the room, and they say, boy, that looks like so much fun, I'm going to try that. And before you know it, they're a full-blown premier member. They're looking for boxing knowledge in the event that they have to defend themselves, plus they're having fun while they're getting in shape. They're also experiencing jiu-jitsu, which is one of the best grappling sports out there today. It's gone through the roof basically. So, you know, just to see how much fun you could have learning some really practical combat sports, which, you know, can also get you in tip-top shape.
So John, how does that work? People come in here and they can take lessons in some of these different, you know, combat sports, or do they come in and just use the treadmill and the strength exercises? How does that work?
We offer a few different type of memberships. Some people like to come in and just do their own thing. They may have had some experience with boxing or with mixed martial arts somewhere else. They want to come in and they want to just use our weightlifting equipment, use the cardio equipment, use our bags, use our ring, use our grappling area. Then we have others who really need that motivating factor. They need a personal trainer. They need somebody to teach them privately. Maybe they get distracted in a larger group, or maybe they're not confident enough to work out along with a class or along with a group. So then we do provide private instruction for that. But then, of course, we have classes which are instructed by top-notch boxing coaches, kickboxing coaches, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu masters, Taekwondo black belts, and you name it. So we have top-notch instructors for each and every combat sport that we offer here.
Now, John, I know recently you were inducted into the Florida Boxing Hall of Fame. Just how important has boxing been in your life, and why do you think you took to it so much?
Well, I was asked that question over the summer at the Boxing Hall of Fame induction during an interview. First of all, people ask how I got involved in boxing, why I took to it. Well, my first love was actually hockey. Halfway through, or a good portion of the way through my hockey career, I led the league finally for 2 years in penalty minutes. My coach suggested that I probably get involved in a little more of a contact sport, maybe boxing. But I had been boxing prior prior to that. But of course, hockey can be a frustrating sport, and a lot of times you end up in a situation, even on the ice, where you have to defend yourself. So some of the moves I would learn in the gym, I had to put to use to defend myself on the ice. From that point, I did go full scale into boxing. Fell in love with it. I started as an amateur boxer, worked my way up to a manager, promoter, finally the head of a sanctioning body, which is the International Boxing Organization, which I'm currently the chairman and head of today. So I basically dedicated my full life to boxing. I started the International Boxing Organization back in 1988. I was 25 years old at that time. I gave away my age, I know, but the fact of the matter is I did give up a good portion of my life and dedicated it to the sport that I fell in love with.
And is it your hope to make Northern Palm Beach County more of an integral part of grooming top-notch boxers for not only the Olympics, but in worldwide events?
Yes, yes, and it's happening. It is happening. South Florida, Southeast Florida, Southwest Florida, boxing is booming. There are several gyms from here down to Miami, of course across the West Coast, the Tampa, Fort Myers area. There's just a ton of boxing gyms. Boxing is booming on the amateur level. USA Boxing just registered their they now have 65,000 members, which is their highest membership since they've incorporated years ago. And a good portion of the registered amateur boxers are right down here in South Florida. So it is definitely happening. Florida's a hot spot for boxing. Of course, across the country in California, another hot spot. The Northeast, also New York, another hot spot for grooming these, young, eager amateur boxers, ready to go, ready to turn professional, or gearing up for a professional career possibly.
Well, with your sponsorship of this football game, I think it speaks to your belief of the importance of youth sports and also, the Jupiter Boxing Club's role in our community. Just how important are those two things?
Well, just like most sports, it starts with the young kids. It starts with the amateurs. It starts with them looking up to their idols, the superstars of today of the sports. But just like in boxing, we would have absolutely nothing if we didn't have an amateur circuit. We would have no Floyd Mayweather. How would you develop him? We wouldn't have a Manny Pacquiao. How would you develop him without an amateur circuit? So it's critical. It's critical in most sports. Boxing is one of those sports, absolutely.
All right, John, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
My pleasure.